Please remain standing and join our graduate, Hannah Dowell, for the singing of O Canada. Thank you very much, Hannah. That was beautiful. You may be seated. Mr. President, honored platform guests, staff and faculty, invited guests, family, friends, and graduates. Good afternoon and welcome to Convocation 2013. Bonjour et bienvenue, Epshilashe. My name is Mary Thompson and I'm the principal at the Nova Scotia Community College Burridge campus. This is a very special day for our graduates. We celebrate their success, hard work, and dedication in meeting their respective program requirements. Today we have over 180 graduates that will be receiving their certificates and diplomas in some 20 different NSCC programs that are offered at Burridge campus. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you, our graduates, and to wish you all the best in the future. As you step into the next phase of your life, we are pleased to have been a part of your journey and hope that you will stay connected with us as alumni. Your work at the college has helped lay a foundation for your future. During this year, Burridge saw some firsts: the Pulse Campus newsletter, the campus digital yearbook, the first student art exhibition at the local branch of the Nova Scotia Art Gallery and now at our campus, and the Cooking on the Spot cookbook, and of course the completion of our gazebo for a nice green space on the front of our campus. These were great student efforts. Personally, I want to thank you for your work that you did in reaching out and supporting our community organizations through the host of service learning programs that you took on. Our communities need this kind of commitment. We are very proud of you and all that you've accomplished. We look forward to following your success in the future, and we know we're going to see great things from you. Now at this time, I want to take the opportunity to say a very special thank you to all of our faculty and staff. It's their commitment and passion that make Burridge campus a very special community of learning. Could I ask now that our faculty and staff please stand and be recognized? They make our campus a very special place. Now I would like to introduce our platform guests. Beginning on my far right and in the front row, Monica Foster, Vice President, Administrative Services. Kathy McLean, Vice President, Learner and College Development. Michelle Lane, Vice President, Advancement. Carol Fox, Executive Director, Corporate Relations. Lisa McDonald, the Nova Scotia Community College Board of Governors. Don Bureau, President, Nova Scotia Community College. Mel Pache, Academic Chair, School of Access, Health and Human Services. And Ron Kelly, Academic Chair for Business, Applied Arts, New Media, Trades, and Technology. Now, in the second row, beginning to my far right, Kathleen Allen, Dean, Student Services. Tara Lee Hammond, Dean of Access. Sherry McKillop, the Dean of the Schools of Business and Applied Arts and New Media. Marlene McClellan, Dean, School of Health and Human Services. Patsy McDonald, the College Registrar. Jennifer Gable, our Campus Registrar. Marie-Louise D'Entremont-Gray, our Manager of Student Services. Now, it is my extreme pleasure to call to the podium Don Bureau, the President of the Nova Scotia Community College.
Well, good afternoon. You know, I get to do a lot of very cool, fun, interesting, inspiring things as president. But there's nothing better than being able to address the graduating class of 2013. Graduates, I want to begin by thanking you. I want to thank you for choosing NSCC to be part of your learning journey as you have acquired the lifelong skills that you'll need to help build Nova Scotia's economy and quality of life. And I want to also thank you because many of you have helped me with my journey of lifelong learning as you welcomed me into your shops, into your classes, and into your labs during the past year. Because you see, I did a version of the popular television program Undercover Boss, where I became an undercover student for a day at NSCC. And while many staff knew my identity, many students didn't. In fact, I would adopt a new identity for each visit. For example, I arrived at one of our campuses one day wearing a pair of jeans, an old t-shirt, a baseball cap, and I explained to my student host that I was looking to make a midlife career change, and after giving me an orientation of safety, he assigned me a project, and the project was to solder together two pieces of copper pipe joined with a 90-degree elbow. And after about a half an hour, I returned to my student host and I presented my project, and he looked at me and at my project and at me again, and he said, "Don, have a seat." So I sat down, he took off his safety glasses, he looked at me right in the eye, and he said, "Don, are you sure you want to make a career change?" Well, in addition to learning about myself, I learned a great deal about you, our graduates. But there are two particular attributes that I want to talk about this afternoon, and they are purpose and passion. I believe one of the most critical elements of success is having purpose in one's life. In fact, there's a great saying that goes like this: the primary purpose of life is to live a life of purpose. Never before has the economy of Nova Scotia faced such opportunities, at the same time felt such pain. We're in a great time of transition, a transition that I believe will bring great prosperity for this province. But if we're going to take advantage of this prosperity, each one of us must live our lives with true purpose. A number of years ago, I read a great article in Success magazine, and the title caught my attention. The title was, "People will summarize your life in one sentence, so pick it now." And the author was doing research on asking people the question, if you could live your life over again, what would you do differently? And here's the interesting aspect of the research. In order to be interviewed, you had to be over the age of 100. And after summarizing the results, three themes emerged. If I could live my life again, I would reflect more. If I could live my life again, I would risk more. And if I could live my life again, I would do so with more purpose by living my life more fully. And this concept of living one's life fully was deeply believed by John Wooden, the great basketball coach of UCLA, who won 10 national championships in 12 years. He always said, make your life a mission, not an intermission. He often told the story of when he saw players at practice not giving it their all. He would go up to them and say, I know you're not giving 100% today, and you're probably thinking that tomorrow you'll come back and give a little more. But he would say, you can never give more than 100%. So if you're just giving 60% today, you can't give 140% tomorrow. If you're giving 60% today, you will always leave 40% on the table, and you'll never get it back. Graduates, with the knowledge and skills that you've gained while at NSCC, our ask of you is simple. Please continue to live your life with purpose by living it fully. But I believe living one's life with purpose is only part of the formula for enduring success. We must also be passionate about what we do. I'm a very lucky man. I get to work with amazing people doing a job I absolutely love. And without passion for what you do, it's been said it's like running a marathon while pinching your nose shut. It's hard to breathe, and you have to work twice as hard. My oldest son has always been very interested, and I would say passionate, about water. He'd be the boy out in a rainstorm making dams and playing in puddles. And while most children liked playing in water, my son absolutely loved playing in water. As a child, he would collect rainwater, keep them in those little jars in his room, and do experiments on the rainwater. Well, now he's a grown man. He's an environmental scientist, a graduate of NSCC, and guess what? He's researching water. He was always older than his age, though. And one time when he was about 10 years old, he was in front of our house playing in a puddle when it was raining. And there he was with his yellow little rain jacket on, his Mickey Mouse blue rubber boots. And I tried to explain it was time to come in the house and do some cleanup in his room. He had some responsibilities. And after pleading with me for a while, he looked at me and he said, Dad, I'll never forget. He said, Dad, remember, growing older is mandatory, but growing up is optional. That's right. What I admire and love most about children is that they know what they're passionate about. Graduates, I want to thank you for the passion that you have for your learning. Please never stop being driven by that child within you. Your communities will need you to be passionate about your work and your community involvement, and will require you to be lifelong learners. And never forget that learning is often not done alone. Whether they are family, friends, NSCC employees, graduates, there are people in your lives who have been part of your success that we're celebrating today. So before you finally graduate, I have one more assignment for you. I want you to think for a moment of someone who's joining us today who's been part of your success that we're here to celebrate. And I ask you that because we have a tradition at NSCC, a tradition where I ask the graduating class to stand up and find someone in this room, give them a wave, and say thank you for their help. So graduates, stand up and find someone and give them a wave. You have passed your final assignment. Thank you very much. Graduates, I asked the graduating class of 2013 to draw inspiration from those people with whom you've just made eye contact, to continue to find ways to construct a life that's full of purpose and passion for your work and your communities. Because our alumni have been doing that for decades. The graduates who've come before you have been able to blend their learning with their passions in community service and work. I want to now acknowledge our alumni who are joining us today. If you are a past graduate of NSCC, any of our predecessor schools or institutions, or a graduate of CCEDP, would you please now stand to be recognized? So graduates, in conclusion, I want to acknowledge that in a few minutes I will have the absolute honor of presenting you with your certificates or your diplomas. And at that time, you'll become alumni of the Nova Scotia Community College. As an alumnus, your role in your communities will change. Please accept our challenge of becoming highly engaged in your communities and be guided by a suggestion that I often refer to from one of my favorite poems. It's by an author named Frank Walker, who wrote a book of poems about the 19th century African-American jockey Isaac Murphy. Mr. Murphy was a son of a slave. He endured extreme hardship in the pursuit of his passion, but he went on to be the first jockey to win the Kentucky Derby 3 times, and he's considered by most to be the greatest jockey of all times. The last stanza of the last poem in that book goes like this: grab the reins of any and anything that makes your heart race. Find your purpose, and hold on. Graduates, again, thank you for choosing NSCC. Congratulations. And in a very simple phrase, you rock. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Before I introduce the first graduate, the audience should know that it is our custom to invite faculty members who have taught our grads to join us at the front to congratulate them as each program group is presented. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Access, beginning with those for the Nova Scotia High School Graduation Diploma for Adults. With honors, Celeste Axworthy. With honors, Julie Bertrand. With honors, Katie Bishara. Also with honors, Kim Boyd. Brittany Claremont. Kimberly Fitzgerald. Paula Forbes. Rachel Haynes. With honors, Leslie LeBlanc. With honors, Rick LeBlanc. Holly Nickerson. Corey Rogerson. With honors, Shane Smith. Sunday Wallace. Chastity Whitten. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates, Nova Scotia High School Graduation Diploma for Adults. And now for the Certificate in Academic and Career Connections, beginning with Nicole Comeau. Tyra Delarge. With honors, Hannah Dowell. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in Academic and Career Connections.
Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Applied Arts and New Media. Taylor Amiro, with honors. Jason Crow, with honors. Trevor Muse. Taylor Romans, with honors. Garrison Wynot, with honors. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in Applied Media Communication Arts. Mr. President, for the Diploma in Information Technology, Josh Francis, with honors. Matthew Gillis, with honors. Penny McLeod, with honors. With a concentration in web programming, Jean-Luc D'Entremont and Marcel D'Entremont joins us now to present his son with a diploma in IT web programming. Shane Taggart. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in Information Technology. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for the credentials in the School of Business. For the Certificate in Office Administration, Melanie Amiro. Rosalie Beliveau, with honors. Whitney D'Entremont. Crystal Flynn. Sarah Gagnon. Rianne Gaudette. Shanna James, with honors. Andrew Jarvis. Krista Jodry, with honors. Rick LeBlanc with honors. Alicia Muse. Tasha Muse with honors. Leanne Thibodeau. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in office administration. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Business Administration, Andrew Challoner. Sean Cummings with honors. Sharon Goodwin. Susan Huskins with honors. With a concentration in accounting, Connor Adams. Tanya Crosby. Caitlin Crow. Tyler Dominy. Lacey Doucette. Michael Durkee. Caval Gorham. Amy Milan. Megan Reeves. William Smith. With a concentration in management, Natasha Harris-Dennis. Luke Hines. Diane Klump. Samantha Oakes with honors. Vince Pierce now joins us to present his son, Dean Pierce, with a diploma in business administration. Isaac Pennell with honors. Jacqueline Bacon. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in business administration. Mr. President, the candidate for the Diploma in Office Administration, Software and Information Management, Jessica Robichaud.
Mr. President, I now present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Health and Human Services, beginning with the candidates for a certificate in continuing care, beginning with Caroline Atwood. I know. With honors, Danea Boudreau. Sandra Clark. Armely Cormier. With honors, Michelle D'Entremont. Tracy Harding. Jesse Jacquard. Shannon Jeffrey. Lisa LeBlanc. Victoria Levy. Heidi Maya. Holly Manzer. With honors, Christine Muse. With honors, Kara Newell. Kristen Newell. With honors, Hannah Nickerson. Rebecca Page. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in continuing care. And now I present to you the candidates for the Diploma in Early Childhood Education, beginning with Holly Bagwell. Amanda Batherson. Samantha Clemens. Natalie Cabot. Brittany Corporon. Jasmine Cutro. Laura Cutro. Kayla Dotramo. Shauna Doucette. Angelica Lamrock. With honors, Sarah Nickerson. Sheena Sears. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in early childhood education. Now I present to you the candidates for the Diploma in Human Services with a concentration in community services, beginning with Delana Burke. Brittany DeVoe. With honors, Christy McKay. And now faculty Michelle Doucette Wallace joins us to present her cousin Elaine Shukas with the diploma. now with a concentration in correctional services, Blair Bailey. Dakota Belong. Mitchell Duckworth. Ryan Marshall. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of Human Services.
Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Trades and Technology. The candidates for the Certificate in Automotive Service Repair, George Christie. Jacques Cameau. Tristan Kroll. Adam Fowler. Thomas Guerin. Kyle Jacquard. Stephen LeBlanc. Alexander Moore. Colby Patier. Devin Robichaud. Emmanuel Roses. Bradley White. Brody White. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in automotive service and repair. Mr. President, the candidates for the diploma in carpentry, Jacob Burke. Adam Burrell. Alec LeBlanc. Sean Nickerson. Cody Perry. Corey Rogerson. Dustin Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in carpentry. Mr. President, the candidates for the diploma in welding, Trenton Binnick. Emma Campbell, with honors. Kyle Dambrose. Alex DeVoe. Farrell Higby. Benjamin Hill. Cody Locke. Dean Meservey, with honors. Robert Nelson. Brent Newell. Andrew Ryer. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in welding. Please join me in congratulating the graduates of 2013.
Good afternoon, bonjour. At our evening celebration on Monday, June 10th, a number of our graduates were recognized for special accomplishments during the past year. Would all those who were recognized please stand so we can celebrate your success? Today, I have the honor of introducing the winners of 5 prestigious awards. The Governor General's Academic Medal is awarded to a graduating student of a college diploma program who has achieved the highest academic standing. I would ask Michelle Lane, Vice President Advancement, to please come forward to present this award. The winner of the Governor General's Academic Medal is a graduate of the Information Technology, Systems Management and Networking, Matthew Gillis. The Board of Governors Award is awarded to a graduating student of a college diploma program who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and contributed to campus and/or community activities. I would ask Lisa McDonald, Nova Scotia Community College Board of Governors, to please come forward to present this award. Tonight, the winner of the Board of Governors Award is a graduate of the Business Administration program, Susan Huskins. The Nova Scotia Community College Foundation Award is awarded to a graduating student of a college diploma program or certificate program who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and whose service and leadership has made a difference in the lives of others. I would ask Carol Fox, Executive Director, Corporate Relations, to please come forward to present this award. This year's winner is a graduate of the Adult Learning Program, Celeste Axworthy. The President's Award is awarded to a graduating student of a college certificate program who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and contributed to campus and/or community activities. I would ask Dawn Bureau, President, Nova Scotia Community College, to please come forward to present this award. Please join me in congratulating Rosalie Belliveau, a graduate of the Office Administration program. The Nova Scotia Community College Gold Medal is awarded to a graduating student of a college certificate program who has achieved the highest academic standing. This year, the Nova Scotia Gold Medal is awarded to a graduate of the Office Administration Program, Brenda Dayon. I'm really pleased to report that due to full-time work commitment, Brenda couldn't be with us today. At this time, I am pleased to introduce to you our valedictorian for Convocation 2013. A mother of 4 children, and after staying at home for the past 15 years, Shanna decided it was time to pursue her education with the Nova Scotia Community College. She arrived to us as a mature student, one with a clear vision of how she wanted her future to unfold. Tonight, she celebrates graduating from the Office Administration Program. Her organizational skills allow her to juggle education, children, and volunteer as a cheerleading coach at our local high school. In her words, "The last year was amongst the best in my life. I enjoyed all my classes, my classmates, my teachers. The overall experience was amazing. It was the best decision I could have made for myself and my family." I present to you our 2013 valedictorian, Shanna James.
Good afternoon. Welcome, honored guests, faculty, friends, family, and fellow graduates. I am honored to be here this afternoon to speak on behalf of the Nova Scotia Community College Burridge campus class of 2013. I'm sure I'm not the only one who walked through the doors on September 4th, looked around the room, and tried to figure out where I fit into this group of people that would be my classmates for the duration of my program. Whether you came to Burridge to complete your high school education in the adult learning program, or to be trained to work in the profession of your choice, or both, things look a lot different when you start the journey than they do at the end. When I made the decision to come back to school after 15 years as a stay-at-home mom, I was nervous. Well, actually, I was scared to death. What if I couldn't remember all those important things that I learned in high school? What if I couldn't keep up? What if no one liked me? What if I somehow managed to get through all of it and I still couldn't find a job? In the beginning, there was an awful lot of what ifs. That all changed as we moved through our programs. With knowledge comes confidence, and with confidence comes possibilities. Back in September, my mom told me something that has come back into my mind so many times throughout this year. I want to share it with you because I honestly believe it was the best piece of advice anyone has ever given me. She told me to remember that inch by inch, life is a cinch. I don't know what made her say that to me, and at the time, I don't think I really thought too much of it. But as the school year got into full swing and the assignments started to pile up, and that little phrase began popping up in my mind, there have been times when I have felt like I was at my limit. I felt like I was drowning under the waves of assignments and expectations. And then I would remember what she said to me. Inch by inch, life is a cinch. I realized that whether you were looking forward to something or dreading it, the day was still going to show up, and you were still going to have to get through it. Sometimes it meant breaking it down into smaller pieces and inching through it until it was done. And so you did. Little by little, task by task, you push through, you get it done. And when you do, the exhilarating feeling of accomplishment washes over you. and you realize that all of those assignments and expectations have prepared you for what comes next. You realize that you are ready to get out into the workforce and take your place, that you are prepared, you are trained, and you are a professional. We are so thankful to our teachers who have shared their wisdom with us. Thank you for believing in us when we sometimes didn't believe in ourselves. Thank you for listening and caring when we were so overwhelmed by the present that we lost sight of the future. Thank you for your constant encouragement and dedication to each of us. Without each of you, we wouldn't be here today. To our friends, we want to apologize for disappearing off the face of the earth. We really did miss you, but homework had to come first, and we're really looking forward to having some free time again so we can catch up on all that we've missed. Most importantly, we want to thank our families for their love and support, for picking up the slack, for your understanding when we had to put ourselves first. I would like to say a special thank you to my husband, Alan, who has been so supportive, and he's really had to pick up the slack. I went from being a full-time stay-at-home mother of 4 to being holed up at my desk under my stack of books and papers, barely able to glance up and say goodnight. To my children, Meredith, Sarah, Anita, and Caleb, thank you for being patient and understanding, for not complaining every time I told you it's only a year, or when school is done. So here we are. It's June, and today this chapter of our lives comes to a close. It is a little bittersweet. We're at the end of the journey. We did what we came here to do. We have made some wonderful friends along the way, friends who understand just how hard we worked to get here. But now, it's time to look forward again, to turn the page and begin the next chapter of our lives. I wish for each and every one of you confidence and success in your chosen profession. It has been a pleasure to share this time with all of you. Congratulations to the class of 2013.
On behalf of the Student Association of Burridge, I would like to present Shanna with this gift of thanks.
Thank you, Shanna, for those inspirational words. You've honored us as the 2013 valedictorian. Now, as our celebration is drawing to a close, my sincere thanks and appreciation to all who have worked so hard to make this day a very special one, and for all of you for joining us here today to celebrate the success of our 2013 grads. Congratulations to our Nova Scotia Community College Campus 2013 graduates. Merci beaucoup et bonne chance. After the recessional, I invite everyone to a reception that is being held at the Burridge campus gym, which will start in approximately a half hour after the end of the ceremony. Please join us to congratulate our graduates and join in some time to have recap the evening and share in all the wonderful accomplishments of our 2013 grads. Now, I would ask that everyone please stand and remain in place until the recessional has left the arena. That ends Convocation 2013.